What's going on, guys? What's going on? We're going to take a look at Toshi's chart. Now, very good, strong price action from yesterday, which was the 12th, into today. And quite frankly, based on technical analysis and where we kind of stand and what's happened since the Coinbase listing and since the pullback, and many people were getting restless and tired. Guys, when the market started to bounce as a whole, a lot of your big blue chip cryptos and meme coins and stuff like that, it was actually Toshi that was leading the charge very strong, like a 30% bounce from the lows at one point in time, 40% bounce from the lows at one point in time. Like, even if you were a short-term trader, which I don't really recommend being a short-term trader in some of these projects, you can do it where you take a little bit of profits. I more so believe in the bigger narrative where you can make a bigger bag, so to speak. But even if you were to buy in yesterday's sub sixes, like, there was a point in time today where we traded all the way up to nines. I mean, you could have made a nice little chunk of change just on that short-term move and then kind of rebought back in or did whatever you want to do. But what I wanted to show you guys here on this chart is we're looking at a 4-hour chart. I've got a lot of lines on the chart. There's a lot of different levels. But the one thing that I'm very excited about on this chart technically is that Toshi chart is reacting to levels that it's supposed to perfectly. Okay, what do I mean by that? So I've got these levels from the absolute all-time highs down to the floor, and the floor being from pre Coinbase listing. Okay, so let me kind of zoom out here. You can see that on that first drastic pullback, we pulled right back into my original buy zone for anyone who wanted to dollar cost average if you got stuck up in this range at around nines. We put in a dead cat bounce and we went right to our next area of resistance, which was about 14.5. We've pulled right back down. We kind of lost those nines and we pulled into the optimal premium buy zone that I have for Toshi for this cycle's run. Now, again, does that mean that we can't see prices, sub 5? Of course, anything's possible, right? Again, if you see prices sub 5s, it's an automatic buy zone for me. I don't know if we're going to get there again. We had a pretty good opportunity to get there yesterday, even the day before yesterday, and the market didn't really do it, so we'll have to see. What we did create was a double bottom, and this double bottom is significant because now it's tested this area of around 5.5 to 6. So 0.0005 through 0.0006, right? So we've tested this area twice. Why is this area significant? Well, it's significant because if you kind of look to that Coinbase listing when we really started to explode, this was the area of resistance. Look at when we broke through. We went on a magnificent run. Look at the area that we were rejected twice here. That was in the, fives, low fives into 5.5. Twice. Okay, so this is acting perfectly. Like, this is what you want to see technically. Technical analysis is very simple. There's a lot of fundamental analysis that goes behind a lot of these coins because a lot of this crypto stuff is all narrative based. It is all community driven. But it's great to see that it also respects technical levels. Okay, so again, purple zone is still a buy zone for me if you want a dollar cost average. For me personally, the chart's going to get to a point in time where there's going to be no more averaging in because you're going to be buying in higher than your average price is. So if your price is well over 9s or 10s or 11s, you want to be buying in this whole range. And that's anything between 5, anything that's got a 5 on it, anything that's got a 9 on it. Essentially, if you're above a 9, this is your buy zone. You're just buying on every dip. Now, when you are buying in dollar cost averaging, you are not buying the pump. And this is what tends to happen because, again, I'm on X, I'm following the narrative, I'm following the community. A lot of people, which is great, and we want to see more postings of Toshi, more memes. We want to see more hashtags. We want to see it out there. Tag people, tag your grandma if you want, tag your mailman, tag the Uber driver. I don't really care. Tag everybody. But the thing is a lot of people want to start buying in just because we're green. Right? Like, guys, you had an opportunity to buy in down here. The support was here. The resistance was here. You want to buy in this as low as we can. And I mentioned that already in 2 videos. Okay. And this is a 3rd video. You want to buy as close to 5s or 6s as possible. Now, there's going to get to a point where we're not going to come down here anymore on these pullbacks and test the 5s, right? And test the 6s. the next pullback, once we start to establish a new home over 9.5 and it pushes into 11/12s, well, guess where your pullbacks are going to be, guys? They're going to be into those 8s and 9s. So you're not going to get those premium buy opportunities anymore in the 5s, 6s, and 7s. So make sure you're playing accordingly, because as you can see from yesterday's price action, and let's zoom it in, when Toshi starts to run, guys, it starts to run. I mean, this went literally from a bottoming out process here at around 0.00053 all the way up to 0.00089. I mean, this is, I'll call it 3 points. It went 3 points very, very quickly within a matter of hours, less than 24 hours. I mean, we like it was like a 30% move, right? So I mean, that's very significant. You put, let's say for example, you put in $1,000, you could have made $300 to $400 very, very quickly on your money. So make sure that you are dollar cost averaging down if you do want to be a part of this project, because once we start to break some of these levels, and if these are the levels that we respected, which is great, I like that. So far this is our support as of right now. So this whole range here, this purple box, is definitely a buy zone, but you're going to get to a point where you're going to break through those 9.5s. You're going to pull back, you're going to back test once, and then you're going to run, and it's going to get stuck at these 12s, and it's going to do the same kind of thing. But instead of pulling all the way back here, not that low, but instead of pulling all the way back here, it's not going to do that. It's going to do something like this, right? Where it kind of pulls back in that range, and then it consolidates here, and then we start to push up again, and then you see like that move, right? So again, you want to make sure that you're buying at the correct areas. So plain and simple question, in my opinion, because I'm not a financial advisor, what's the best possible spot to buy based on the price action since the Coinbase listing? Now, obviously, you can be a smartass and you can say, well, the best time to buy was way over here. Okay, guys, for some of you guys who didn't get it way over here, let's talk realistic. Since the Coinbase listing, your best possible price to get Toshi is anything with a 4 on it, anything with a 5 on it, anything with a 6 on it, anything with a 7 on it, okay? Anything with an 8, anything with a 9. I say stay under 9s and you're going to be okay for this bull run, because once this bull run starts, we're coming up here to test these all-time highs. And again, I have like a intermediate price target once we break those all-time highs, and you can see it up here, and this puts us at around 35, which is going to put us at around a $2 billion market cap. 1.5 to $2 billion market cap is going to be up in this range, and from here you can see that's a long stretch to go. So from here you're talking about potential 10x on your money. You're talking about a potential 15, 20x. Again, I've seen people call for 30, 40, 50, 60x's. Let's just take it day by day. Let's get excited. Let's continue to be excited, but let's continue to be smart, right? We don't want to get burned. We don't want to round trip this thing all year, and then at the end of the year we're like, well, what the fuck happened? We didn't sell, we didn't make any money. I thought everyone said this was going to $1. I thought everyone said this is going to $10. You're going to hear some outlandish shit out there. Now, what's the price I think it can get to? Don't fucking worry about it, right? Like, again, I don't think you should worry about it, because when you start putting on those price targets, you tend to get all squirrely, and you tend to get like all hunkered down, and you don't know what the hell to do when you're actually up 10x, 15x, 20x, 25x, 30x, right? Like, you want to be taking profits out along the way. Like, I don't want to really take out profits until we really start, breaking through the original all-time high here, and we start breaking over that $1 billion market cap, 1.5, 2 billion. I want to start locking in some gains there, 30%, 20%, 40%. I want to hold that bag though all year, probably a bag of about 10 to 15% of my entire position, which might be about 1 million tokens, something like that, till the end of the year, and see if we can do some crazy blow off top where this does like a 50x or something, right? It gets up to like $40 billion market cap. Who knows? But right now, what I'm saying is we're coming back into that premium buy zone. That was a great push, and we are reacting perfectly to a lot of the things that are going on technically. So again, we had support here, we bounced. We have support here, we back tested it, and we bounced again. So why are we pulling back? Well, guess what? We're running into resistance. There's sellers in this area. There's people who, were buying here, that held and didn't sell anything, that got excited on these little pumps, and they're selling out here. They'll rebuy back in. They always do. If they don't rebuy back in here, they will be your fresh liquidity to get out once we break all-time highs. I can guarantee you that. So with that being said, keep an eye on the charts. Again, the next major target that we're looking to get over, we want to see definitive hold over 9.5. So 0.0095, whatever else. We need to get over 9.5s. Once we start holding that, we're going to have a strong push up to 12s, and that's going to be the next price target. So between 9.5 and 12s is the next price target. Again, right now our support is still sitting between 5.5 and around 7.5. We got support all in this area here. So this is buy zones if you want dollar cost average. Remember, our market cap right now is only 329 million. We're expecting at least $1 billion off this thing. At least. When I say at least, that's not the end of the road. We're expecting multiple Bs, but again, at least $1 billion. So from here, we're 700 million market cap away, which is telling you we've got a lot of freaking room to run still. So with that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you guys are not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I believe the handle is ___. Again, I forget. You guys can find it somewhere on my YouTube page. Also, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm going to make a lot of these videos, so you guys are going to get real used to me. Those of you guys who watch me from trading stocks and options and futures and all that stuff, you guys already know who I am. You guys know I put out a lot of content. For those of you guys coming over and watching me from the crypto world, get used to it. I put out a lot of videos. I've got over 2,500 videos, been doing this YouTube shit for about 5 years now. So there's a lot of information to come. I'm not only going to do Toshi, I'm going to do all the coins. I'm going to do Bitcoin. I'm going to do Ethereum. I'm going to do Doge. I'm going to do XRP. I'm going to do them all because there's a little something in there for everyone. Again, the Toshi is my fun play, right? Meaning where I'm expecting this cycle for Toshi to give me the most X's, meaning the most doubles and triples and quadruple ups on my money. I'm also going to be investing in other things as well, and I have already been investing in other things as well. I'm focused heavily on Ethereum this run. I'm focused, I got about maybe 10% allocation into Sol. I've got a couple other smaller AI projects. I've got one gaming project. Those are all projects that I'm going to be talking about over the next coming weeks here. I don't think this bull run has even started yet. It started, but it hasn't like got into parabolic mode where it's not time to buy anymore. I think still right now is a time to buy and load up. So that way, when we get into it's not time to buy mode anymore, you're already sitting back just cashing a check. I'll catch all you guys on the next video.